With Stage 1 having come to a close, many Overwatch League teams have dispersed for some well-deserved vacation time, while others have already begun preparing for new challenges that will come during Stage 2. Starting on Thursday, April 4th, the next stage of the 2019 Overwatch League season brings with it a ton of new changes. In today's video, we'll go over all the important details to get you up to speed. To get some of the more obvious and clear-cut changes out of the way, Overwatch's newest hero, Baptiste, is making his Overwatch League debut during Stage 2. While he's technically a support, Baptiste has some unique offensive and defensive abilities. I'm not going to go too deep into speculation of how he could influence the meta, but I'll leave a link in the description box below about what some pros may think about his influence on the game will be. But regardless of how he's used, I think it's fair to say we're going to be seeing a lot of this new character. Aside from Baptiste, there's a slew of hero balance changes that are coming to the Overwatch League from patch 1.34. First of which are nerfs to armor, which will now take incoming damage first before shields. This universally weakens tank heroes, but will hit Zarya, Zenyatta, and Brigitte particularly hard in terms of their survivability and maybe their usability. Along with this nerf, this patch will finally buff various DPS heroes like McCree and Junkrat, so it's safe to assume a more action-packed meta where DPS players can showcase their mechanical abilities is anticipated to replace the blob-like fighting of goats. I'm not going to go down the patch list and break down every note, but one that stood out to me in particular is the E-buff to Hammond that will allow him to become tankier while still in ball form. This makes for a buff to an already powerful hero that might make Hammond a must-pick, as it only serves to amplify his already amazing engagement potential by improving upon his survivability. A new stage also means a new map rotation. There are once again 12 total maps in the Stage 2 pool, with 3 options for each game mode, with 4 maps from Stage 1 returning among the new additions. For Control, we have Lijiang Tower, Oasis, and Busan. Assault will feature Hanamura, Temple of Anubis, and the latest map to be added to Overwatch, Paris. As for Hybrid, teams will be playing on a mix of Blizzard World, Eichenwald, and Kings Row. Lastly, Escort this stage will see the return of Junkertown, Watchpoint Gibraltar, and the return of Rialto to the Overwatch League. As you may have noticed, unlike Stage 1, Blizzard has changed the sequence that the maps will be played in, with the order changing from Control, Hybrid, Assault, and Escort to now be Control, Assault, Hybrid, and Escort. So ultimately, only Hybrid and Assault really changed. Blizzard states that they believe this change reduces the likelihood of matches being determined midway through the third map. As usual, the Tiebreaker map will be one of the 2 Control maps not already played in the given series. Now, on the topic of ties, it was announced that Stage 2 will also introduce new Tiebreakers for teams with identical records. This news comes following the questionable way in which a recent pair of seeding Tiebreakers for the Stage 1 playoffs was handled.
We'll play on Friday against San Francisco. The loser also plays on Friday against Atlanta. So let's get after it. All right. Here we go. Try not to take out the light fixture. Oh, I dropped it. You saw that. That was heads.
Which included a coin flip to sign the seeding of the third place Toronto Defiant and Philadelphia Fusion, and an unbroadcasted game between the Shock and Dynasty. As of now, League officials have not given any hints as to what methods they will use to break future ties. However, after the mishap following the coin flip shown on Instagram Live, in which the Overwatch League commissioner Nate Nanzer didn't show the coin on camera and confused which team chose heads and tails, Nate Nanzer took to Reddit to apologize, stating, quote, "Sorry for messing that up. I promise that we will never decide anything that way ever again. Thanks, Nate." Finally, after evaluating the feedback from their first time running the Overwatch League with 20 different teams, League officials have found that matches have generally run longer than what was expected. Initially, games were anticipated to take 90 minutes, but matches were running a bit longer, into the 105-minute range. To accommodate for the variability in match length, the Overwatch League will be resetting the schedule to account for the actual match length. It remains to be seen how these proposed changes will affect game times across the board come Stage 2, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. As for now, that's all of the updates. Hopefully this video will help bring you up to speed on things that have changed and that you'll be able to see going forward. Stage 2 of the 2019 season kicks off on April 4th with a showdown between New York Excelsior and the Philadelphia Fusion, so be sure to not miss it. Otherwise, what do you think of these changes? Are they for the better? Does this map rotation system make more sense? Are the game modes going to impact play in any way? And more importantly, What happened during that coin flip? As always, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below.